Today's final of the day that I want to give my full thoughts on the Beatbot Sora 70 robotic pool cleaner. Now I've been using this, actually they sent it to me a couple of months ago, and I've used it on an indoor pool during still the cold season here when it was still snowing and such, and I've used it in my pool now that I actually have my pool set up multiple times in my pool to really get the gist of what I like, what I don't like. There's no robot out there that's perfect. There really isn't. Now, this was sent to me to be able to do these videos on, but this final video, and actually all my videos, I don't use their script. I don't use anything that they tell me to say. It's all my words, and I'm basing my review today on the cost. If I was to spend my hard-earned money on this specific robot, would I? Should I? And I guess what do I like and what don't I like? So we're gonna go through everything right here today. Hello and welcome back to techgooch, and today, like I said, we're looking at the Beatbot Sora 70. Now, if you're not familiar with the Beatbot Sora 70, it's an all-in-one pool robot. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, there are a lot of surfaces inside of a pool. There's the floor, obviously that's the one that you're walking on or whatever that you're seeing usually when you're looking in the pool. That's what you're seeing, the floor. Well, there's also the walls, and most robots will do the walls as well. In addition to on the walls, you have the water line, and there's a couple different ways that you can clean the water line. If you have a robot currently, or maybe you're looking at one that cleans the water line, typically it's using its scrubber brush to go up the walls all the way to the water line, scrub that water line. It's awesome. It's definitely a great way to do it. The Sora 70 has taught me that that's not the only way, and it may not be just the best way. So we'll get back to that in a minute. But this also cleans the surface of the water. So after it's done cleaning all of its surfaces, it floats to the surface and then starts driving around like a boat, essentially, scooping up anything that's on the surface of the water. So it gets all of the lower stuff first, then focuses on the surface for the last, depending on how long you want to let this run, could be several hours that it actually just skims the surface. It's got quite a big battery in it. It'll last up to 7 hours on that battery, so it's a lot of time. Now, of course, that depends on what you want it to do, what you want it to clean, and how much maybe time you want it to do those certain things, and of course how big your pool is, right? How much time it's actually going to spend on each of those surfaces. But that said, this thing does everything. That water line that to circle back to, this does use those rubber bristles to scrub that water line, but when it's actually in surface mode, it has these water jets, this jet technology that literally sprays higher pressured water at that water line on the edge of the pool. So not only will it scrub it, it will also pressure wash it essentially, and try to get any particles like leaves and stuff or whatever that's stuck to maybe above the water line even, to get to come down and get sucked into the robot here. Now, the huge thing about this guy is also how much storage it has for the debris. The actual storage bin up here is quite massive. It's bigger than actually any other robot I've ever tested. Even my water skimming robot that literally just skims the surface of the pool doesn't have that big of a container. So the nice thing about this guy is it has lots of room for all the stuff it's going to suck up. Also, if you actually purchase this robot today, you do get a micro liner filter included with the robot, especially if you purchase it here in the month of May. So that's one big benefit that mine did not come with. It is something that I can purchase separately, but today they're actually offering it for specifically kind of for the first people to buy this guy. So far out of the gate, from what I've just told you, it's a multi-robot in one. So this one pool robot will actually do the work of 2 to 3 pool robots, depending on what robot you're looking at. For the most part, 2, you could say, because it's a surface robot as well as a bottom and wall cleaning robot. Pretty awesome. Now let's talk about a few of the things that I don't like as much. And this, like I said, every robot's going to have its downfalls. I've never found one that's just perfect out of the gate. But there are always things that can be improved. This specific guy, of course, it's a full pool cleaning robot, but they're trying to get this at the right price point, and I understand that. In order to charge this guy, you have to plug it in. You literally have a plug that you kind of insert into the robot And so you have to set it on the ground, plug it in, and just let it sit there, whether that's inside or wherever you have the charging equipment. I would recommend probably charging it out of the weather, but that's where this guy right here is. I'd much prefer that to be something that I set the robot on and have a wireless charging or a contact charger of some kind. Most other robots that I've had that have that capability have a slanted item that lets the water kind of run off the robot, but just have two contacts on the bottom that once they touch the robot, she's instantly charging. So I can set up a charging station. I bring it in, I set the robot down, she starts charging. That's what I prefer, if I'm all honest about it, rather than the plug. To go with that power plug, there's one other thing that I have noticed with this specific robot that does kind of irk me at times. It's irked me twice, I should say, and that is firmware updates. All smart devices get firmware updates, and if they're not on your Wi-Fi, they obviously can't get the firmware update. But in order for this guy to install the firmware update, it has to be on the charger. So even if I have this guy charged up, if it's not on the charger, like this has happened twice to me. Once at the beginning, which is again my fault, but then once again, actually once I finally got my pool up, I brought the robot down to start doing it, and I opened up the app to make some adjustments before I started cleaning my pool. And if there is a firmware update available for the robot, you cannot connect to the robot and make changes to it. You have to update the firmware first, and then you can use it. It does not allow you to use existing older firmware. It forces you to upgrade in order to access it through the app. Now, of course, I could still just click it on and throw in the pool and good to go, but I wouldn't be able to use the app to make adjustments what I want the robot to essentially do. So that's my second gripe. Not a big gripe. It's a really small gripe. And of course, I always set it usually for automatic firmware, and apparently I hadn't turned on automatic firmware updates, and so I had to take it back off the pool, head back up, plug it back in, get it, you know, of course it's connected to Wi-Fi even down here, but I had to get it on the charger for the firmware to take, then to bring it on back down, because it doesn't take that long to install the firmware. It's just a little grievance about it. So it's something that I wanted to bring up because it's something that I've run into twice, and if there is a small thing that I wish that they would change, hey, let me know there's a firmware update, but still allow me to connect to it, because I may not be by the charger, kind of forcing my hand where I cannot do anything with the robot unless it's updated on firmware, kind of is annoying. The last item is not so much something wrong with the robot, but something that I would just recommend that you understand. Most of the robots that I have reviewed or I've done videos on, if I just toss them in the pool, and of course don't toss them, right? You set them into the pool, usually they just sink right to the bottom and good to go. Now, of course, this has the surface skimming capability, so you may not want it to go to the bottom anyway. So once it gets in the pool, it floats on the surface and it'll actually start running, and it's doing essentially a self-check. It's making sure everything's working, making sure where it is in the water. But then when it's ready to go and it goes into the sinking phase where it actually sinks to the bottom and starts cleaning, it's not a super fast process. It can take 3, 5, sometimes even more, even longer, 10 minutes maybe, for it to actually go down to the bottom and actually start doing its work. And there was only one time that it took more than 5 minutes, but it was just weird. That said, that's something that I just want to bring up. It's not something that's wrong with the robot. It's something that is just different because this is a robot with multiple features and buoyancy and everything. So it's not supposed to just sink to the bottom and go. Just so you're aware, it's not going to do that. However, the same thing goes when it's actually done cleaning the walls and the bottom of the pool and it's surfacing. It can take a good 5 minutes for it'll come to the surface, but it'll keep working its way to float better and better and better, and before it actually starts skimming the surface, and it can take a good 5 minutes for it to do that too. So just more than anything else, if you have this robot, if you purchase this robot, just understand that it does take time in between those cycles, and there's nothing wrong with your robot, it just takes a little time. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss this guy in the pool. Right now it doesn't matter what it's set on, because we're gonna actually open up the app and I'm gonna show you exactly what this looks like. Robot's in the pool. It's actually in the diving mode right now, but we can actually see this here in the app. We have the Sora 70, says diving, 95% battery, that's just whatever it is. So I'm gonna hit next here, and this is where we can actually make some adjustments in the app here. So you can see we do have a remote control. So if it's at the surface, actually on the surface, let's hit the remote button real quick. I can't do it because it is syncing, but it actually would allow us to control the robot and actually manipulate it ourselves. If there maybe is something specific we wanted to get on the surface, we could do that. Park would be bring it over to the edge of the pool to park. In Pro, right now I'm in Pro Mode Max. If I click on that, you can see we have Pro Mode, we have Floor, Surface, Standard, which is floor and walls, and then Eco. Let's hit the little guy here. Cleans the pool for 45 minutes, then stays there to auto run every 48 hours and returns when battery is low. And that's, you know, obviously depending on your pool, depending on how dirty and gross your pool gets, that one may be the one for you. Pro mode is when you want to just clean everything, right? So in Pro mode, if I click on Pro mode, which I have it selected currently with that check mark, I hit next. Now I can choose 4 or 5 hours or max. Max is up to 7 hours, right? And so depending on which, you know, you go to, now you can see the robot is actually starting to sink. And like I said before, that time to sink, it's been actually floating in the pool for probably 3 to 5 minutes, give or take. But now that it's actually underwater, it's going to slowly sink to the bottom and get ready to go in. Now, when it actually hits the bottom, it may take a minute or two for it to actually do anything because it's going to wait for all the bubbles to purge out of it. So that's that. So back to the app here. I'm going to hit confirm, and of course I'm offline now. I can't actually see it because it is a Wi-Fi connection to the robot or Bluetooth, and well, it's underwater, so I can't get any wireless signal to it. But that's what you're going to see in the app itself. Oh, my pool pump's kicking on. Top right corner in the menu, if we actually go to Sora 70, this is where you're going to actually see any of the information on it. If we hit back, maintenance record, maintenance firmware updates. Right now, there isn't a firmware update because I did update it recently, but you can see the actual version. Under maintenance, we can see where we're sitting at, what we need to do when we need to clean things. Roller brush is expected to be cleaned after 192 hours, and so you can kind of see that as you go in. But that is the app and use of the Sora 70, at least initially going. So you can see over there, it's now at the water line. It's actually scrubbing the water line. I'll zoom in a little more. Turn my pump off so it gets a little cleaner and clearer. Now here's one thing that really stood out to me even from the first time I watched this clean, how systematic it is. It really goes nice and slow back down, levels itself back out. It's very controlled. The robot is a very controlled robot. Get to go see it go through that dirty section in the middle. Okay, so I did stop it in the main cleaning phase because this is more about showing the different things that it can do. So I did tell it to raise up. So I brought it up, put it on Wi-Fi, told it, hey, no, we're going to do surface cleaning instead. And so right now it's buoyantly lifting itself out of the water and filling itself back up with air so that it can actually do the surface cleaning. So we'll give it a few more moments, and she should be cleaning here shortly. yeah, that's at least some video footage of the robot in use in my pool and on my pool, I guess. It cleans incredibly well. Right out of the gate, that's what I'll tell you. So last year, one of my favorite robots didn't do the surface cleaning at all, and I still have that robot. It's still a great robot, and I mean, the price comparable to what this guy is. So retail on the Sora 70 is $14.99, but right now you can get it for $11.99. So that's the sale price that they currently are for that initial offer. Now, whether or not it goes up or down from here, I can't tell you. I'm not a psychic, but I will tell you, for the price point that it's at, it's very well situated. Now, it is still ultrasonic sensor based. It's not vision based. There are some robots out there, including some of the higher end Beatbot ones, that have more capability in terms of being able to actually see your pool and hone in on specific dirty spots in the pool. This is a robot that is more systematic in its cleaning approach, and for that price point, this is what you're gonna get. I'll be honest, this thing is awesome. So of course it depends on the size of your pool and it depends on what you're actually trying to clean, but I have nothing, for the most part, great things to say about this robot. At the $11.99 price point, is this a robot that I would recommend? Based on my use to this point, yes, 100% yes, because it's a robot that you can buy one and be done with it. Now, of course, depending on where you're placing the robot, I have lots of trees around me. I get lots of debris in my pool all the time. I purposefully don't put a cover on my pool because every time I put a cover on in the past, it almost makes it worse for how much junk I get in the pool, because pulling the cover off always gets a whole bunch in at the end. So it's actually easier for me to keep it clean if I just let these guys do their work. It's also what makes my pool so enjoyable. I can just jump in at any time. I don't have to worry about a cover. Now I understand the cover is going to help with a whole bunch of other things. It's going to increase the temperature of the water better. But these robots that are out in the market today make owning a pool incredibly easy and incredibly enjoyable. And Beatbot with the Sora 70 has hit a home run with this one, specifically at the price point. There's just so much to love about this specific robot. The things that my detractions are the things that I said before, very small points. In all reality, I almost had to think of, what do I not like about this? Well, I guess I don't like the charger. That is one thing I don't like. And the firmware update, that's the other thing. But aside from that, Beatbot, great job on this robot. I really hope that I get to try more in the future. Maybe some of its brothers and sisters. But that said, would I recommend this robot? 100% yes. Specifically, if you don't have existing robots and you're looking for an all-in-one and done, this is one of those robots that you can get for a reasonable price. So thank you for watching to the end of this video. I hope you like, comment, subscribe on this one. I will have more videos on other robots, and maybe I'll do another one on the Beatbot Sora 70 once I have even more use. But I've been using this guy for, well, in my pool, a couple weeks now. And of course, the initial part of the season in that indoor pool that I had access to as well. So I had fun with it. It's a great robot. And if you're looking at getting one yourself, I highly recommend the Beatbot Sora 70. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe as always. Hope to catch you again here on techgooch for another future video review.